The following is a production of FSN, where Northwest fans come first.
Fresh off a tournament win, the Dogs don't stray too far from the dog pound or home as they look to stay unbeaten on the season as they host the San Jose State Spartans, fresh from the WAC right here at Bank of America Arena. Yes, Terry the Husky, we see you. Welcome to college basketball here on FSN. Brad Adam and Francis Williams with you. So UW at 3-0, the Spartans at 1-0. A good test for UW tonight. And are you a superstitious guy before we talk about this game?
I am not.
That is good, and I hope Isaiah Thomas and the Huskies are not either, because fresh off the presses, the College Basketball Preview Sports Illustrated magazine is out, and Isaiah Thomas on the cover, Washington at number 9. And I guess you could say the first 3 games, this guy playing cover-worthy.
He played very consistent basketball, had a career-high 30 as a part of the tournament, but you just see him being a lot more consistent, a lot more patient, and doing a lot of the little things that are going to help Washington be a complete team this year. Everybody knows that he can score, but you see his shooting percentages are up. His assists are down a little bit because he's playing a lot more two-guard, and his free throw shooting has been outstanding in the first 3 games.
Career high 30, he's averaging nearly 25 points a game, over 20 each game. He's tied for 5th in the nation in scoring. He's known for scoring, but what does he have to do to continue to evolve the game and not be labeled just a scorer?
Well, he did a lot of work this summer with a lot of elite basketball players on the professional level. And what he's talked to me about is just being complete, being a better defender, being a better passer, being a more consistent outside shooter. He put up hundreds of shots every single day. So right now his goal is just to be the most complete basketball player he can be and not be known just as a scorer.
This is the most we've talked, I think, about somebody on the cover of Sports Illustrated since the swimsuit edition. Back to the game, Jen Mueller standing by courtside with head coach Lorenzo Romar.
Coach, you talked this week about Quincy Pondexter and how he's matured between him and Isaiah Thomas and the weekend they had last week. You're pretty set at guard play today.
Well, our guards have been playing good basketball. They've been playing together. They've got good chemistry together, and they set the tone. So if they play well tonight, it really helps our chances.
Now, I know that this week you commented on how important the next 2 weeks were going to be in practice for getting ready for that tough season or schedule ahead. What are you hoping to accomplish tonight outside of the win, of course?
Well, we hope to continue to do the things we were doing toward the end of the last weekend. I thought we were playing together. We were playing pretty good defense. We were rebounding, continuing to get better in those areas. But the exam is tonight, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Sounds like the keys to a win, guys. And that would be the Huskies' 4th straight. Good luck, Coach.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. The Huskies certainly are ready. They have another home game and try to run that record to a perfect 4-0. The starting lineups, well, the same as the first 3 games. And why change if it's working? Matthew Bryan-Emmening, Darnell Gant, Quincy Pondexter, Benoit Overton, and Isaiah Thomas, the 2 lefties in the backcourt. And Romar, Francis, has got to be pleased. He talked about the guard play, but he got to be pleased overall with how his team has responded early in the season.
Yes, the first 3 games of the year, each night they got better. And, you know, all coaches are always looking for their teams to improve every day in practice along with when they're on the court playing games. So the consistency is what he's looking for as he talked to with Jen.
San Jose State out of the WAC. They will start Chris Jones, a freshman, C.J. Webster, Chris Oakes, Justin Graham. Unfortunately, he's cut his hair. He's got a crew cut right now. More on the junior guard. And, oh, yeah, Adrian Oliver from the 2006 class here at UW. Much more on the transfer from UW. Their head coach, George Nessman, starting his 5th year at San Jose State. Back-to-back 13-win seasons. He's got the program going in the right direction.
Well, he really does. Coach Nessman had a successful high school career at De La Salle High School there in Concord, where he won a state championship. Coach John and Brent Berry, Porterville Community College. He won a California Community College championship there with a team that went 33-4. He was assistant coach at Cal, so he's familiar with the Pac-10 and definitely has the San Jose State program going in the right direction.
Led by this guy, Adrian Oliver, their leading scorer last year, 17 points a game, 14 straight double-doubles, and I think the dog pack might have a little some reaction for this guy tonight.
Oh, yeah, they're going to come after him. He's going to have them on his back all night. But in this matchup right here, San Jose State's opened up with William Jessup. Obviously, this is a better opponent for them. But for the Husky backcourt, Graham and Oliver are 2 very solid guards. So it's a good matchup for them in the backcourt because so far this has been the strength of the Husky team, their guard play.
The 2006 recruiting class reunion continues. Phil Nelson Sunday with Portland State. Now Adrian Oliver with San Jose State here tonight. The tip is won by the Huskies in their home gold and purple. And Isaiah Thomas with the ball. He's matched up against Justin Graham, the junior out of Ripon, California. And Quincy Pondexter will be guarded by Chris Jones, a freshman, the best defender for the Spartans, giving up a couple of inches, but they feel he will do the best job slowing down Quincy as Vinoy getting to the rack, drawing the foul.
Well, Quincy's getting a lot of notice right now because of the way he played in that 3-game tournament. But, you know, Coach Brownell in his exit interview talking about the tournament said with the Washington team, you kind of pick your poison. With Thomas, Pondexter, we saw Brian Manning have a breakout game during the 3-day stretch as well. So you have to pick your poison with these guys, and they come out with a solid man-to-man defense trying to see if they can keep them in front. But it's going to be a tough challenge.
A Pac-10 Player of the Week, Quincy Pondexter. He set career highs in back-to-back games, 25 on Friday and 29 against Portland State. Here's Justin Graham, picked up by, of course, Vinoy Overton. He'll be in his face all game long. Both teams coming out man-to-man defense. What kind of offense, what kind of game will San Jose State run, Francis? As Graham takes up and scores the first 2 points for the Spartans.
Well, they'll scrap and they'll play hard. I mean, they'll try to match the intensity, but you see right there, Washington is one of those things you can't simulate it in practice, their speed and their quickness. You see an inbounds pass, one pass up the floor, and a dunk on the other end. You have to get back because the Husky big men will run the floor. Ammoning
proves that. The flush off the nice dish there. Nice transition by the Huskies. Webster getting the ball down low, looks to pass it to fellow big man Chris Oakes. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Husky basketball.
You see the Husky pressure here initially causing San Jose State some problems. The one thing that Washington does well, they pressure the basketball all over the court. They'll get in the passing lanes. That time Graham picked up his dribble, and he picked it up in a very awkward spot, and he was in trouble.
The Spartans are a team that can get up and down, don't mind running, but we kind of talked about the speed of Washington. I'm not sure they're ready to play at that pace for a full 40 minutes. We'll have to see. Pondexter baseline jump shot, wide open, in and out. Oliver with the rebound. First time he's touched the ball.
And Oliver's a good rebounding guard. He had 11 points and 11 rebounds in their opener.
Overton the foul, his first.
First team foul on Washington.
Oliver, of course, very familiar with not just the dog pack, who lets him hear it right now, but also several of the Huskies. He's got a good relationship with Lorenzo Romar. Romar came to a game last year to watch him play. Felt that he needed to get closer to home, a family situation. He transferred. It's worked out well for San Jose State. As Webster loses the handle, but Jones there to pick it up, and he goes up with the left hand inside to score and tie the game at 4. Amity running again ahead of Webster and Oakes, but this time has to kick it back out to Gant. Almost had another one. More traditional post move there and finishes with a nice left hook in the paint.
As you said, that's a nice move for Brian Manning, particularly with the left-hand finish.
Oliver against Pondexter. Pull-up jump shot is good. He can score. Again, their leading scorer at 17. He had a career-high 37-point game last year against Boise State, so he can fill it up.
And you see Washington in their man-to-man, they respect Adrian Oliver's game. They know that he's a good player, and they start out with Quincy Pondexter on him, who they feel is their best defender with regards to being able to be a shutdown defender.
Oliver saying this is just another game for him, but I got to think he's feeling a little nervous. It's not just another game, is it?
No, I mean, those competitive juices have to be flowing. I mean, when you start playing basketball at this level, if you're not competitive and really want to go out here and not just put on a good show but try to get a win, then you shouldn't be out there.
Gant going up against Oakes inside, a little short, cleared by Graham. The junior's off and running for the Spartans. Both teams shooting well. San Jose State yet to miss. They are perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Webster has it knocked away by Isaiah Thomas. Thomas paying more attention to defense this year.
Yeah, well, he struggled with the defensive end last year, which most freshmen do. But he's definitely been better this year, been a lot more solid. And again, it's an area that he's been concentrating on.
Graham with the ball driving the free throw line. Nice dish down low to Webster, who goes up and in for the basket. Nice slip there. And the Spartans take a 2-point lead.
And the San Jose State guards, as we mentioned, they're solid. With Oliver and Graham, they're AAU teammates. They've been playing with each other for a long time, so they're very familiar with each other.
Benoit, nice hesitation, gets inside and draws the foul on Webster, the big guy for San Jose State. And Benoit will be going back to the line.
Fouls on number 22, C.J. Webster.
Or they call that before the shot.
Team foul number 2 on this part.
And the Husky offense, with their guard play being such an integral part of what they like to do, if you're playing a man-to-man, first thing they're going to try to do is look for penetration and get in the paint and try to create something.
They did call that before the shot, so Huskies ball out of bounds. Webster with 2 fouls. He's on the bench. In is Kyle Thomas, number 4 for the Spartans. Oliver matched up against Benoit. And Isaiah Thomas' first shot in and out. Pondexter, the offensive board, up and over the bigger Oaks inside. Pondexter cleaning up the mess and tying this game at 8. Oliver not wasting any time going up with the left, getting all the way to the rack, drawing the foul. And he'll go to the line for the first time, looking for his first points tonight.
Well, as we saw in our open, we saw Quincy Pondexter get on the glass there. Right now, the Huskies have a plus 18 rebounding margin against their opponents. And Quincy Pondexter really picking up where he left off the second half of last season. In the last 15 games, averaged 15 points plus in the 2 tournament games, 21 and 9. Picks that up and just really doing a great job all over the court, offensively and defensively. See Thomas go up for the jump shot on the weak side there. Pondexter goes up, and he's made a living with that pretty much his whole Husky career.
Pac-10 player of the week, 22 points, 11 rebounds. You saw one of them right there. Oliver misses the second. He's got 1 point. The Spartans' lead is now 1 as Abdul Gaddy in for Benoit Overton. Got Scott Suggs in the game as well. As Gant is out, hammering down low against Oaks. Oh, nice move. Oaks with the ball, but also the hand, foul, and NBA going to the line.
And the first thing you notice with Brian Manning, as we've kind of talked about throughout the last couple years, he's being a lot more patient on the post. He was getting the ball in the pass and just being in a real hurry when he got the ball and not reading the defense and really seeing if the double team was coming or where it was coming from, maybe passing it back out, reposting. But he's being a lot more patient, and he's got good enough footwork, good enough touch around the basket that he can be an effective low post scorer if he just slows down a little bit.
Very effective on Saturday versus Belmont. Tied his career high with 23 points, hitting 11 of 14 shots. Chris Jones cut off there by Gaddy, gets it to Graham. Oliver looking for the ball, he gets it. Fall away shot, tough jump shot. Oliver gets it to go. His first bucket, the lead now 3 for San Jose State.
Well, he's made 2 tough leaping leaners on the left side of the court there, but right now he's dialed in.
Coach gives him a lot of rope. He's a very talented offensive player and allowed to take those shots, allowed to be aggressive on offense. Jones and Pondexter battling for position. It's going to be a double foul on Jones and Pondexter. UW ball when we come back. San Jose State yet to miss a shot from the field, a perfect 5 for 5. That's why they're leading Washington by a score of 11-8. But nobody's been able to slow down the Huskies for too long. They're shooting nearly 50% from the field so far this year. Francis, the opponents, I think field goal percentage may be a little skewed because of the blowouts. They're out-rebounding opponents by 18 and winning the turnover margin by 7. But it does get more difficult as the season progresses, as we get closer to the Pac-10 opener.
Oh yeah, Texas Tech, Georgetown, Texas A&M on the horizon, so it does get tougher, as you said. But defensively, we saw a little error there by Washington against that pick and roll. You see that Webster slips that, but I think more importantly than Brian Manning losing his man as he was allowing Overton to go underneath, Darnell Gant was slow and rotating over, so you got 3 guys basically chasing the ball, and Webster's all alone for a layup.
Isaiah Thomas ties the game, steps into a 3-ball. He's shooting over 50% from behind the arc, a marked improvement. Last year hit just 29% on Trey, so he's improved all parts of his game, including long-distance shots. Thomas going to the rack, not getting the call. A charge as Brian Amnick slides in a nice help defense by the big man.
And Washington's doing a really good job of making San Jose State put the basketball on the floor. And they're really not allowing them to get into any type of offense. And anytime they put the basketball on the floor, all you have to do is just be in a great position to help. And that's exactly what happened that time when they drew the charge.
Foul on Thomas, his first. Huskies with the ball. San Jose dropped into a zone. Make one three-pointer, and here comes his own. Isaiah trying to go for 2 in a row. This one off the back rim, kept alive by Suggs, but in the hands of Graham to Oliver. Puts it on the floor past Isaiah, pull up. Almost got that one to go, a tough shot, but Oaks cleans up inside.
Oaks is a capable low post player as well, averages about 12 and 7. He's a transfer from Pepperdine, but at 6'10", gives him a little bit of size and an inside presence.
I don't think NBA was quite ready for that pass. A great find by Gaddy. Maybe a little too hard inside, just not quite ready for that one.
And as they get more familiar with playing with each other, that'll come. It was a good look by Gaddy. NBA's got to come across there on that flash across the baseline and have his hands ready to receive the ball.
Gaddy playing some major minutes the first 3 games, averaging 7 points. Again, the freshman out of Bellarmine Prep there in Tacoma. The last miss by Oliver was the Spartans' first. They're 6 of 7 now from the floor. As Oaks, power move inside. He misses now 6 of 8. And Isaiah, improved rebounder, shows you why there. And Justin Holiday in the game. Tries to get it down to Tyrese Brashears, who's also just checked in. Spartans get a hand on that ball, out of bounds. UW ball, but always looking to push.
Always looking to push, and we see early on 14-16 left in the first half, already getting into the bench. So they played 9 players already, and that's all a part of the deal with Washington. They're going to keep coming at you in waves, try to beat you up with their depth, beat you up on the glass, and continue to push the basketball.
Spartans trying to maybe slow the tempo a little bit, negate the outside shooting into that 2-3 zone. Isaiah, Pondexter, and Gaddy out top.
And you see them really packing in the paint and really wanting Washington to shoot the ball from the outside as Washington tries to get behind the zone with the lob play. But we saw a couple teams go zone against them last week. And again, pick your poison. Maybe the outside shots aren't going, but if you're not a tough rebounding team, you're going to get killed on the weak side, especially against a team like Washington.
So the lob was there for Pondexter. The foul on Chris Jones. 6 fouls now on the Spartans, so the Huskies 1 away from the bonus. So this one will be UW ball out of bounds, and Holiday will do the honors. Just under 14 minutes to play. Spartans still lead by 2 over the Huskies. Gaddy with the ball to Pondexter.
And this is good for Washington because I'm sure throughout the season they're going to see a lot of zone. They're going to be very tough to stay in front of man-to-man, so they're going to see some zone. So this is good for them to have to go up against this. Nice job.
How do you beat a zone? You flash to the middle like Pondexter just did. One dribble up and in, and we've got a tie game.
2-3 zone, get the ball, the high post area, the mid post area there in the lane. Always a soft spot there.
Holiday now taking the defensive chores on Oliver as Graham loses it for a second, gets it to Oliver. Nice spin move. Loose ball underneath the basket. Oliver and Isaiah going for it. It's a baseline call. Oliver knocks it out of bounds. It'll be UW ball.
One too many passes that time for San Jose State.
Joe Henson just checked in. The freshman had it down low. He's now checked back out of the game as Oaks is back in. He kind of lost a handle. But Overton back in the game for the Huskies. Boy, every dead ball, every timeout, there seems to be a wave of Huskies coming in. They just come at you the entire game. Down low to Brashears. Pass tipped away by Graham. It'll stay UW ball. That's what Graham is known for. I tell you, watch out with this guy. Your wallet, your keys, your ring. Led the WAC in steals last year, a single season record for San Jose State, 51. Also second in the WAC in assists, so a nice solid guard. You said a nice compliment to Oliver.
Definitely.
Dexter pump fake a couple times, gets Oliver in the air, but walked before Oliver came down on him. Could have been maybe a foul, was Oliver in the air, but a quick shuffle of the feet for Pondexter.
So did he travel first or was he fouled first? That's the question. You see the pump fake? Ooh.
Maybe he forced him to shuffle the feet a little bit.
It looked like his right foot was a pivot foot, and it looks like he held it solid.
Lorenzo in the dog pack showing displeasure on that call as we're now tied again, this time at 13. Robert Owens, number 23 in the game for the Spartans, as Oliver looks to create himself off the back rim. Brashears the rebound, up to Holiday. Holiday to Pondexter. Pondexter strong, but a charge called on Pondexter. Justin Graham getting position inside. A nice defensive play by Graham. Lorenzo is going crazy, and he is teed up. He is hot.
Well, you see him. Definitely lots of contact there. And, you know, in the college game this year, you know, they've changed the rule about not being able to be right underneath the basket. But, boy, that's a bang-bang play there. And Lorenzo got teed up on that one. I think he's still upset about the travel call in the previous possession.
It's 2 straight calls going against Quincy Pondexter and the Huskies, and Lorenzo Romar wants an explanation from the referee here as Adrian Oliver steps to the line to shoot the technical.
Because you don't see Lorenzo get that upset and that animated too often. You don't see that from him very often. So you know that he feels that, number one, he's protecting his players. Because Pondexter, that's 2 tough calls that's gone against him.
Oliver hits a pair, and it stays San Jose State ball. They've got a 2-point lead now. Maybe the T will certainly fire up Lorenzo. May fire up his Huskies as well. As Pondexter takes a seat, maybe cool him off a little bit as well.
Yep, exactly. And you see Clarence Trent coming to the game, so now we've had 10 Huskies play in the first a little under 8 minutes of the game.
Here's number 23, Robert Jones, the best 3-point shooter for the Spartans. Oliver simply their best shooter. This one's short from the baseline. Bashir's another rebound for him. He gets the ball to Vinoy. Vinoy's going to go all the way to the rack, try to get up and under with the right hand. A little short, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay UW ball. So a timeout with just under 12 to play. Spartans still lead by 2. We've seen 10 Huskies play already, and we joined Jen Mueller once again courtside. It's something that we might have to get used to this year, Jen.
Well, yeah, guys, most teams would run like a 7- or 8-man rotation. Lorenzo's looking at an 8- or 9-man rotation, and at least they're producing. It's kind of a good problem to have, but we might see if he tightens that up a little bit in Pac-10 play, guys.
Jen, thank you. As Gaddy off with the 3-pointer from the corner. What a luxury to be able to play 10, 11, 12 deep.
Oh, without question, I think there's a couple of advantages there. I mean, first of all, the Huskies have like 10 guys that are getting at least 10 minutes a game. So, I mean, it's great to be able to have that kind of depth. But I think also you have guys in practice every day that are competing for minutes. And with that, though, you have guys that know that they're going to play. They're going to play in every game. And their minutes are going to be determined on how they produce in the game, how they compete in practice. So that competition within practice and within the team is only going to, you know, overflow over into the game situations as well.
Trent misses the first, gets his own rebound. Elston Turner in the game as well for the Huskies. So that would be player number 11 here in the first half. Not 9 minutes into this game. 11 have played already for the Dogs. Trent down low. Nice pass to Brashears, who goes up strong, fouled by Thomas. Thomas's second foul. Brashears, the big guy, will be going to the line.
That's a great job of moving the ball by the Huskies. Again, they get the ball into that soft spot against that 2-3 zone right there in the lane, and a good interior pass by the freshman Trent.
Brashears averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds a game. Didn't play in the second game, hurt his finger, but seems to be A-OK. He's got the tape on that right now.
Yeah, actually dislocated that finger.
Tough guy, big guy playing.
Oh, yeah, once he gets into game shape, because you're talking about a guy that basically hasn't played in 2 years. Once he gets himself into game shape, I think he's going to be a huge plus for the Huskies down low with that big body. Good rebounder, good defender, good foul shooter as we've seen here early in the year, and he's going to be an added plus.
Had 3 points on Sunday versus Portland State, his career high. I know it's early, it's just 3 games. He's got 2 now after the 2 free throws, and we've got another tie game at 15 as we approach 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Owens the ball. Oh, dangerous steal. Chris Jones ends up with the ball. Baseline jump shot is off of the offensive board by Oaks. And Oaks a little out of control trying to create a shot. That'll be a turnover by San Jose State. They travel by the senior.
Well, the Husky defense again causing problems for San Jose to try to get into any type of an offensive rhythm. Oaks has done a pretty good job getting on the offensive glass, but the one thing about him at 6'10", he's kind of frail, and the Husky big guys are being pretty physical with him.
4 turnovers now by the Spartans, 3 for the Huskies. Turner Three-point marksman, that one a little bit short, his first attempt of the game. But Benoit Overton runs it down.
Good call. Good call.
The double dribble call on Benoit. He gets the ball away from Jones on the sideline there.
I think he controlled it with a dribble and then put it down again. You see him pick it up right here. He controls it.
Absolutely.
And then again. Good call by the official, right on the spot.
Boy, he had a 2-on-1 too. I think he's getting excited about what Brashears might be able to do with one of his passes.
You can see his wheels turning.
So Thomas, the lefty, the sophomore, he's transferred out of Loyola, Illinois. Drives past Trent, has his shot rejected, back out to Owens. The best three-point shooter on the team, misses for the Spartans, and here comes Gaddy. Dish to Trent, even better pass to Brashears, who ends up with the ball and the flush inside.
Yes, sir. It was hockey. Gaddy get an assist for that one, too. But that was a nice job by Gaddy to find Trent, and a nice job by Trent to find Brashears. Another good interior pass by Trent.
And a timeout by George Nessman and the Spartans.
You see Gaddy in the open court situation. Trent finds Brashears for the dunk, and that's twice, though, we've seen Clarence Trent make a nice pass in the interior. And Gaddy kind of showing why he's been so highly coveted, getting the ball to guys when they're open, where they are in a position to do something with it.
Great court vision. Lorenzo Romar says his freshman, the best decision maker he has right now with the ball. Doubleheader action tomorrow on FSN's College Football Saturday. Big 12 battle kicks things off when the Oklahoma Sooners take on Taylor Potts and Texas Tech. And it's off to the Pac-10. Arizona State collides with the UCLA Bruins. Live coverage begins tomorrow morning at 9:30 on FSN and FSN HD. 185 hours, 55 minutes away, Francis, to the 102nd edition of the Apple Cup. We like to count that down in case you were wondering, in case you've got some scheduling to do over the next week or so. Huskies got 4 assists on the 6 made baskets. There's Oliver and kind of what he can do and what he's allowed to do for the San Jose State offense.
Well, he and Graham both have good size. That's another thing. We're talking about 2 guards at about 6'3", 6'4", and the only guard of the main group of Huskies guys that can match up with him is Gaddy. Now, when they bring Holiday in, he can match up size-wise.
Owens this time does not miss. He's shooting 39% from behind the arc. He's now 1 of 2. He's got 3 points, and the Spartans have got the lead. But Clarence Trent gives it up the last couple of times down, takes it all the way himself. Very nice drive. A very athletic player.
Oh, he really is, and he's creative as well.
Mac Peterson, a senior guard, is now in for the Spartans. He's got the ball. He hands off to Oliver. Spartans lead by 1, under 9.5 to play here in the first half. Oliver, that's a nice dish down there to Oaks, and Oaks flushes. The transfer from Pepperdine goes up and knows what to do with it inside. He's got 4.
And Adrian Oliver right now is leading his team. He's doing a lot of things other than just score. Now, he's made some tough shots, but we've seen him on penetration find a couple of teammates here early, and he's really doing a good job of playing within himself and not letting the emotion of coming back to head-to-head get to him.
Gaddy loses it for a second. Regains control, kisses it off the glass. Nice 2 for Gaddy. It's a 1-point Spartans lead. Oliver with the ball. He's got 9 points, 2 assists. 3 assists, excuse me. Back to your point. Again, not letting the dog pack or the environment affect him. Tough follow over Benoit. Hits the deck, no call. Gaddy with the rebound. A 4-on-3 if he waits for it. But why wait when you go all the way to the rack? Trent goes up over the rim, but he's going to be called for over the back.
You see Oliver here just probing the floor, a little jab step to give Overton off of him. He gets into the paint. Shears comes to help. The rotation is late, and Oaks gets the dunk. But that's Oliver, again, really leading the team, staying composed, not getting caught up in the moment, and really doing a nice job of, right now, giving the Spartans this 1-point lead.
Remember back in 2006, played in all 32 games, averaged almost 5 points a game. Second in assists for the Huskies. Played just 5 games into that sophomore season before transferring to San Jose State. And there he is with the ball against Holiday. Kicks it out to Owens. Owens steps back, a deep 3 off the rim, and Holiday clears for the Huskies. Looking to penetrate on Graham.
San Jose State goes back man-to-man.
Pondexter down low, sizes up the defender, rises up, jump shot baseline. Pondexter's got it, and the Huskies back in front, 23-22.
And that's the one part of his offensive game that has looked real nice here early, that outside jump shot.
NBA with a hand on it. Thomas still controls for the Spartans. A lefty pull up. Short, Holiday, another rebound. Thomas with the ball, he's back. He's gonna look to take this one. He does. NBA getting a hand on it, but looks like Oliver Owens for the Spartans, so it'll be UW ball when we come back. Washington on top by 1. Welcome back to College Hoops on FSN Bank of America Arena. Washington by 1. Isaiah Thomas, the 5th leading scorer in the nation with just 3 points, just 1 of 4 from the field. And that brings us to our first fan polls question. We have a trivia question tonight. Who holds the Husky record for career scoring average? Bob Hubriggs. It's A, B. Steve Hawes, C. Doug Smart. Text us A, B, or C. I'll give you a hint. It is over 20 points a game. Remember, Thomas led the Huskies last year, 15.5 a game. Text us A, B, or C, 95323. There are your choices, A, B, or C. I cheated. I looked in the media guide. I know, Francis.
I know you know, but I know too.
Don't give away that information.
I won't.
Okay, good deal. All right, Holiday with the ball, taking it to Thomas. Thomas against Graham. Back into man-to-man for San Jose State. Nice job by Chris Jones on the reach as they try to get the ball to Pondexter. Jones showing you why he's one of the top freshmen in the WAC. Very strong defensive player. Oliver with the ball. Kicks it out to Owens. Owens 1 of 3 from behind the arc. Inside to Oaks. Oaks strong move to the rack, but a charge is called. Holiday stands his position inside, and well, now it's George Nesman's turn to be in disbelief and argue a call with the referees.
Well, good call or not, on each end it has been a charge. It's been consistently, they've been calling charges all night. So again, he didn't have an opportunity to come down. He just turns and shoots, and Holiday's there waiting for him. But on both ends, the referees have been calling those charges all night.
Consistent, the basket wiped away. Pondexter goes up for it. Jones gets a lot of that wrist, and Pondexter will be shooting too. About 47% going with B, Steve Hawes. But Bob Hubriggs, it's very close right now. Doug Smart, distance 3rd right now. I almost want to give him a hint. It is between A or B. Let's just go ahead and say that. Maybe I shouldn't, but Texas 95323. Jones, a defensive stopper, has got 3 fouls now, trying to hang with Pondexter. Pondexter with the size advantage. Smart, the senior against the freshman, taking him down low.
That's it. That would have been my point exactly. That's just the senior school and the freshman.
So let's see if my clue helped people texting us. Hawes and Hubriggs, very close right now. Again, over 20 points a game, the Husky record for career scoring average. Pondexter with 7 points. Second free throw up and in, he's got 8. The lead now is 3 as we're just about 7 minutes to go here in the first half. UW on a 6-0 run. Graham having trouble with it as Benoit all over him. Benoit dives, gets the ball. What great hustle. 10-second call. Benoit causing the turnover by himself in the backcourt.
That's what he does. That's what he does. One of the best on-the-ball defenders in the country. And Graham's not, a bad ball handler, but once Benoit decides he's going to lock in, he can make it very difficult for most ball handlers to get the ball up the court.
The floor burns, the dives. I tell you, this guy must be all bruised up, scratches after each and every game, playing hard. So Holiday will inbounds it for the Dogs. They get it to NBA against Webster. Webster playing with 2 quick fouls. Holiday almost with the tip, gets it to Pondexter. Thomas to Benoit. Second chances for the Dogs. Everybody touching the ball. Holiday ends up with a baseline jump shot. He rises up and connects his first 2. It's a 5-point lead and now a 8-0 UW run.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but the one nice thing about that, every Husky player touched the ball in that possession.
Graham with an elbow, and Benoit goes down, an offensive foul on Graham. Player control foul.
And that's a little frustration from the 10-second call that was called against him when he was trying to bring the ball up against Benoit Overton. And Benoit's defense kind of got these guys energized again, because I thought that they had backed off on their pressure a little bit and were not really getting after San Jose State. But that one possession by Benoit Overton and the defensive stop that he got there kind of got these guys re-energized.
They haven't scored in 3 minutes and 20 seconds, and there's your answer. Yes, it is Steve Hawes. 46% of you got it correct. Over 20 points a game, 20.8 of Benoit. Little acrobatic shot there. NBA trying to clean it up. 2 misses inside. Oliver clears for the Spartans. Benoit getting a hand on it. It would look like an easy transition bucket coming up for the Spartans. He gets a hand on it. Turns out to be a turnover. Huskies going the other way.
Got him playing too fast.
I tell you, Benoit Overton just 2 points on 2 free throws, but he has affected the game, especially the last 4 or 5 minutes.
When he's under control offensively, I mean, he's a capable scorer. I mean, he scored a lot of points at Franklin High School when he led Quakers to a state championship. And he's a capable scorer. Hasn't really found his outside shot at this level. But when he's under control, he's so quick and fast going to the basket and really good with both hands to finish. He can do some good things on the offensive end as well.
2007 4A Player of the Year in the state of Washington. Another nice move by Pondexter, shot just a little short. Brashear's called for a loose ball foul, going for the rebound. That's his first foul.
Yeah, I like the Webster-Brashear matchup in there. That's a couple of big boys in there going at it.
Well, Webster had the 2 quick fouls. He found himself on the bench early. He's back in the game. He's got 2 points for the Spartans. 17 fouls now for the Huskies. So Spartans in the bonus. Meanwhile, the Huskies double bonus. The Spartans have 10 team fouls. So every foul now will result in free throws for the rest of this half. Webster collects sports memorabilia. He says that some of his most prized possessions, a gold-plated Jackie Robinson card. And how about a platinum chrome Tim Duncan rookie card? That'd be worth something. Hold on, exactly. Exactly. I don't want to see these on eBay anytime soon. Transfer from Texas State, averaged 12 and 6.5 rebounds last year.
And they depend on him to give them a post presence, but those 2 early fouls, as you mentioned, put him on the bench. But for him to knock down those 2 free throws, give him some confidence, they'll probably set him for the rest of the half and try to get him back in there in the second half with only 2 fouls.
So the Spartans in their scoring drought. A nice backdoor cut. Pondexter to Thomas, who can't finish with the right, but Brashears does, hitting the glass, and they're just out-rebounding the smaller Spartans inside right now.
And that's good execution by the Huskies, and that's something that they're going to have to improve on, because people are going to concentrate a lot on Pondexter and Thomas, and they may get overplayed a lot. So it's a nice 2-man game between those 2 to get that backdoor.
And then you forget about Brashears. Don't get a body on him. Look what he does. Oliver in and out with the 3-ball. Oaks hits the floor hard. You can hear that all the way up here. And you hope he can get up and be okay.
Yeah, you hope that he's all right. He just got his feet knocked out from underneath him. And as you said, we could hear that his head hit the floor clearly from up here.
So Oliver the miss, and he goes up to get it. Bumped by Pondexter. And oh, it's the back of his head. That was the back of the head hitting the floor. And he got up high for that rebound as well. Pondexter will be called with the foul. That'll be his 3rd as we check on Oaks and make sure he's okay. Oh, they changed it to Holiday, so a break there for the Huskies. Holiday with the foul call. I do believe they changed it. As Oaks is up, which is great news, and seems to be okay, moving around all right.
And I think another new rule, I think the opposing coach gets to pick who shoots the free throws, if I'm not mistaken.
For San Jose State.
Yeah.
Of course, Oaks unable to as he walks gingerly, but does walk under his own power to the San Jose State bench, which is good. A nice classy ovation here by the Bank of America fans.
Well, with all the concerns about concussions, I mean, they've got to be very careful with making sure that he's okay. So they'll take him over there and evaluate him and Right now, he seems to be functioning, but you just never know.
Again, Justin Holiday will be tagged with that foul. It's his first in the half. And I believe Kyle Thomas, the lefty, will be shooting these free throws.
You can see the Husky staff over there going over their notes about who do they want to,
let's
to
go
shoot
over
these
our
free
notes.
throws.
Let's see who would we pick.
Who would we pick?
Let's see. I would go with Thomas. As he makes us look bad. But he's a transfer as well from Loyola,
He didn't make
Illinois.
me look bad. He made them look bad.
Lefty's been slow in the preseason, had swine flu, had mono, had all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
That one was strong. So one for two.
Yeah.
So
Split the difference.
it worked out well. As Gaddy pulls up from outside, Holiday flies in, no rebound there. And Oliver's got numbers, and he's got the ball. Throws it away as Graham can't get that one, and back down to the floor with Jen Mueller.
Guys, I got to say, throughout the game, we've seen a lot of enthusiasm from the Husky bench, and that is saying something considering that they are all fighting for the same minutes. But this week, Quincy Pondexter said this is the closest knit team he's played on since AAU ball. Not only are they in practice every day, but they hang out together when they're away from basketball. Francis, can you see a difference in a team that has chemistry like that?
Oh, yeah, well, you can see the difference when we saw the one game last week when they had 25 assists, the way they were sharing the basketball and just doing everything collectively as a unit. And you can see that this is a real close-knit group.
Graham calling a timeout before toppling out of bounds for San Jose State. Huskies lead by 4 with 4:15 left in the first half. Again, 11 players have scored for the Huskies. 11 have played, 8 have scored. This is a UW team coming off a game against Portland State, their last game Sunday, 111 points. Talking about everybody scoring. Holiday set a career high. You had other players step up. Pondexter, a career high. So these guys haven't played since Sunday, but certainly getting back into it here in the first half. Got a 4-point lead right now. And hey, next Wednesday, college basketball from the last frontier, the 2009 Great Alaska Shootout. Opening round coverage tips off with the Cougars of Washington State taking on host school Alaska Anchorage. Live coverage begins at 8:30 on FSN and FSN HD.
Well, you know where the Huskies go next year for the holidays?
Where's that?
Maui.
Oh, Maui. Maui, Alaska. Both good tournaments, I understand that, but for sightseeing and stuff to do,
yeah,
easy decision.
That's circled on my calendar already.
Hey, do we get to go?
Let's hope so.
Brashears tries to save it and does, as Webster will be called for another foul. That's the big guy's third foul. Now he's got to go to the bench, and he will. Dogs up by 4. Welcome back to Bank of America Arena. Washington on top, 29-25. We saw Chris Oakes hit the deck hard. The San Jose State Spartan center leaves the game. Kyle Thomas shot his free throws. We rejoin Jen Mueller. Is there a new rule for that, Jen, to clarify why Thomas shot those free throws?
Well, I'm not sure that I need to clarify outside of I just need to say that Francis was right. They did change that rule this year so that the opposing coaches choose the free throw shooter in the event of an injury. It's to prevent any late game shenanigans, should we say, guys?
I'm glad that Jen said that you were right, because I hate admitting that you were right.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, Francis.
Oh. All right, there's your moment. Take it, just enjoy it.
I'm just going to sit here. Look at the monitor.
Brashears at the line. He misses the first. As their big man Webster has gone out of the game. 3 fouls for Jones and Webster for the Spartans. 3 others with 2. So you see the depth already starting to wear down this team and get them in foul trouble. Does not bode well for them in the second half.
And that's all a part of the Husky plan. I mean, they just, as we mentioned, they keep coming at you, and you have to be real careful.
Oliver just keeps shooting now, 3 of 9. That one a little bit long, and Vanoy gets the ball back to Pondexter. Thought about the three. I don't think he'll shoot that in transition there. Driving hard, and Oliver, of course, these guys recruited together, know each other very well from that 06 class. Oliver with the hack inside.
Yeah, you know, the guys, they all know each other well. AAU ball, especially Pondexter, Oliver, they're all in that Central California area. Pondexter played for the EBO team, played with Brooke and Robin Lopez on his AAU program. Oliver, along with Graham, they played for the Oakland Soldiers. And, you know, two really good programs in the central northern California area. Husky recruit Desmond Simmons here on his official visit this weekend for Washington. He's an Oakland Soldier as well. So a lot of good basketball being played in that part of California, in that region.
Pondexter continues to be perfect from the line, 4 for 4. He's now got 10 points, and he's only shooting 96% now from the line. I guess that's pretty good. Over 60% from the floor, 96 from the free throw line. What a great start for the senior season for Pondexter. It's up to a 6-point lead as Oliver looks to go baseline on Suggs. Scott Suggs will be called for the foul. That's his first, and Oliver will be going to the line.
And it's, you know, it's tough to guard a guy that's going to stand and dribble, and do what he has to do to get his shot. I mean, eventually there's going to be some type of foul probably called, but at the same time, Suggs was making him work, and he didn't let it be an easy opportunity for Oliver.
Free throw off the mark. Bashir's the rebound. As we approach 3 minutes to play here in the first half, Isaiah Thomas loses the handle, but saves it. Unfortunately, gives it to Robert Owens. Graham all the way up and in for the Spartans. Graham finishes with the right hand, something he could not do last year because he played with a broken wrist. Couldn't really shoot that well. Only made 2 3-pointers the whole season. Had 2 surgeries on that wrist. Feels much better, able to shoot and finish as we just saw.
And that's really the first time we've seen San Jose State really get out of transition off that turnover.
Missed by Pondexter. Thomas the rebound, and here comes Oliver. Suggs trying to D him up. Graham and Vinoy. Owens driving on Thomas. Nice switch by Brashears to cut him off. He still gets the shot off. Fall away off the rim. Batted around, and Pondexter ends up with it. Gets it to Overton. He's got numbers. Oh, nice fake, and goes up. Can't finish. Pondexter can't finish either. Oaks, who's back into the game, must be feeling okay. Clears for the Spartans.
Well, tough miss by Overton, and then Pondexter had to chippy on the follow, and he can't get it to drop.
Graham can't get it to drop either. San Jose State gone cold now. Huskies lead just 4, under 2 to play. Pondexter, another strong move, splitting the defense inside. Takes it to the rack, and he'll be shooting 2 more from the line where he's felt very much at home so far this season.
Well, he's always been comfortable playing in the paint, and even at 6'6", somewhat undersized, although he's playing a lot more on the perimeter this year, but he's always been very good at getting into the paint and not only being a capable scorer, but as we always seen him, he's always on the offensive boards also.
3rd foul on Graham. That is the 3rd San Jose Spartan player with 3 fouls. Jones, Webster, 4th now, Thomas and Graham. So 4 players with 3 fouls already. George Nessman has to go to his bench for the last minute 46 of the first half. Pondexter, perfect. Pondexter goes to the bench. Perfect 6 of 6 from the line. He's got a game high 12 points, a 6-point lead. Let's see if the Huskies can stretch this out as the Spartans have gone to their bench due to foul trouble. There's Mac Peterson.
Let's see if this Spartan second unit can withstand this constant pressure that the Huskies are going to put on the basketball.
Pressure by Overton results in a foul, his 2nd. Oliver will be going back to the line as he looks to join Quincy Pondexter in double figures. He's got 9 points right now, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Do everything player for the Spartans. Again, led them in scoring with 17 a game last year. Only played in 18 games for the Spartans. Had various injuries that kind of slowed him down a little bit, but when he played, he was explosive. Again, the career high 37 against Boise State. He had another 30-point game.
Well, he's picked as a first-team preseason all-WAC performer, and judging on what he did last year, I think that's well-deserved.
Now with 10 points and 11, his first points in the last 8.5 minutes. Dogs have really made him work for his points. He's got 11. The lead is 4. With this unit, they'll pack in a zone, and Thomas looking to penetrate. Kicks it out, and Holiday ends up open 3-ball from the corner. Trent the offensive rebound. Another rebound by the Huskies. Another second chance. Thomas drives and hangs, splits two, and gets the bucket.
Finds the seam, hangs, and again, he's very strong, also deceptively strong, and he can absorb the contact and still finish the play.
5 points now. Oliver tries to answer. He does a floater baseline over Holiday. Oliver now 4 quick points. He's got 13.
You just can't turn your back on Washington. I mean, a nice job by Oliver. It's just an individual effort that gets that bucket for San Jose State. But you see Thomas gets the ball and pushing the ball up the floor hard every single time. And some of the San Jose State players still have their backs turned.
Ellen Moore, a freshman guard, getting up to speed in college, getting up to speed with Isaiah Thomas and realizing just how good, how quick he is, especially with the ball. So Isaiah Thomas, the cover boy. Nice shot, too, by the way. Sports Illustrated, we talked about it in the open, but when you're preseason number 9, Sports Illustrated has the Huskies, and he certainly lived up to that, averaging, again, 25 a game. And after the first free throw, quick timeout here. Huskies lead by 5. I think Isaiah will be pleased, don't you think?
Well, I think it's great. I mean, you know, when you think about that SI does 6 regional covers, and they feature Thomas on the regional cover here, where you look at them being highlighted with Michigan State, Kansas, UConn, Kentucky, Villanova, and then, of course, Washington. So that's pretty lofty praise for the Washington program, and, you know, a nice honor, I guess we'd call it, to be on the cover for Isaiah Thomas.
Co-MVP of the Athletes in Action Classic, held over the weekend here at Bank of America Arena. Co-MVP with Quincy Pondexter, over 20 in all 3 games. He has just 6 points right now, but I think he had 6 points at the halftime of the Portland State game. We were kind of wondering, well, you know, they're scoring, they're up to a big lead against the Vikings, but Isaiah wasn't doing anything. He ended up with 21, so this guy can get his points in bunches. You don't worry about this guy if he doesn't get his points early.
No, he can explode. He can explode at any time. And in this situation here, you already see them wearing San Jose State down. They're getting pretty good balance. I think the concern more at halftime for Washington is going to be really on the defensive end. They have to get Oliver a little bit under control, but the shots he's made have been tough. But you have to give them credit as well that they haven't lost contact here, and we've got a 6-point game with just a little over 30 seconds left.
Speaking of depth, how about San Jose State? They've used 12 players here in the first half. Again, they've got 4 with 3 fouls, a big reason why.
Yeah, they've had to.
Had to. UW wants to and can. So far, the Spartans have had to get to that bench. And Oliver against Clarence Trent going one-on-one. The clock winding down, shot clock at 5. Oliver gets Holiday in the air, a nice dish underneath, but a walk as Joe Henson, a freshman, pressed into action.
Yep.
Maybe not used to playing at this level, this speed. Pressure moment, shuffles the feet, turnover. San Jose State with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but he just wasn't able to execute it.
Who do you think will end up with this shot?
Oh, I think number 2 probably.
Creates, splits 3, unable to get it. So Isaiah Thomas' final shot is off. Pondexter leads away with 12. Oliver 13 for the Spartans. The Huskies lead by 6, 37-31. Both teams have emptied their benches. Again, the Huskies want to. Spartans in a lot of foul trouble in this one. That could really slow them down in the second half. And we're back with Bank of America Arena and our halftime show. Dogs up by 6.
College Hoops Northwest on FSN is presented by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination. FSN is the exclusive home of the 2009 Apple Cup. The Washington Huskies will play host to the Washington State Cougars in the 102nd meeting between the bitter rivals. The Dogs looking for payback after falling to the Cougs by 3 points last season in Pullman. The Apple Cup 2009, Saturday, November 28th on FSN and FSN HD. Coming up, we'll get you caught up with first half stats and highlights and get you ready for the second half tip. UW up 37-31 on San Jose State. We're back with more after this.
And welcome back to College Hoops Northwest here on FSN and Bank of America Arena. Washington on top again by 6 at the break, 37-31. The 14th ranked team not shooting the ball well from the floor, just 35%, Francis, but we're able to get some easy baskets in the first half.
Yeah, they got a lot of easy looks, and they made some easy ones. They missed some easy ones, and I just thought some of the ones that they missed were just a little bit of impatience and just being a little bit too quick and trying to go too fast. But they did get some good looks at the basket, but they got contributions from a lot of different players, everybody understanding and accepting their role. So again, in the second half, it's just going to be a matter of San Jose State with 4 guys with 3 fouls. Are they going to be able to weather this storm? And more than likely, they're not going to be able to, because the Husky depth is going to just continue to wear them down.
Pondexter with 12 and 7 at the break, 6 of 6 from the line. He's now 26 of 27 on the year. On the other side, it's been the Adrian Oliver show.
Well, he's knocked down some tough shots, but we give him credit because he's really played tough and really tried to carry this San Jose State team. He has to be aggressive because they need him to score. That's the only way that they're going to have a chance. But as we talked about during the break, Bill Nelson had 13 points at the half also against his former teammates. In the second half, he went scoreless. So we'll see if Adrian Oliver is able to continue the onslaught that he had going in the first half.
They need him to score. He has 13, 4 of 10 from the field. Washington, as I mentioned, only shooting 35%, just 1 of 6 from behind the arc, 12 of 17 free throws. The big number in this one, rebounds UW way. The big number you don't see there are fouls, and there's 15 fouls on San Jose State. You mentioned it, 4 with 3. They've gone 12 deep already in the first half because of the foul trouble. And we'll see how long their starters can stay on the floor. They start with their 5, and here's C.J. Webster inside, loses the handle. Thomas runs it down. Huskies basketball after the turnover. Overton runs over Oliver, and he'll be charged with the foul, and it's his 3rd.
And along with the fouls, that was the 13th turnover for San Jose State. They had 12 in the first half, so we want to keep our eye on that as well.
So Pondexter starts off against Oliver. As Graham with the ball, pull-up jump shot, gets it to go. The wrist is healed. He's able to shoot now. As we said, he played with a broken wrist last year. San Jose State scores the first 2 of the second half.
I was talking to some of my spies down in the San Jose State area. Now, they say that when they're really doing what they want to do, they like to run their offense through Webster. That he's a real smart player that knows how to play. And that last possession down there, we saw that they ran it through him and got the look that they wanted as Pondexter knocks down another baseline jump shot.
14 points now for Pondexter, the lead back to 6. As Graham looks to take Vanoy off the dribble, gives it up to Jones, the freshman. Oliver, shot just short. Gant, NBA fight for it. Gant gets it for the Huskies. Oliver now 4 of 11 from the field. Isaiah Thomas a little long three-pointer. But Quincy there for the rebound, up and in. 2 more points, another rebound. He's got 16 points, 8 rebounds already for Pondexter.
And he's being a leader. He's being a leader by example.
Webster looking to take NBA to the rack. Picks up the foul. Here's Quincy.
And again, Washington gets a good look as Thomas is straight on with that 3, but he misses it. But Pondexter so long and lean and athletic and quick to the basketball. And another offensive rebound and a putback.
Matthew Bryant ammoning the foul. He's got 2. Graham with the ball. Pulls up over Overton. And Vanoy with the 4th, and he knows it, and he's going right to the bench. 2 quick fouls on Vanoy, not 2 minutes into the second half. He's got 4, and he'll be sitting next to Lorenzo and his teammates for a good chunk of this second half.
Well, one thing we mentioned earlier about the San Jose State guards is the fact that they are good size. Graham 6'4", and he's a good sized kid that plays in the backcourt. And Oliver 6'4" as well. And when you look at the Huskies, with Overton at about 6 feet and Thomas at 5'8", there is one area where they have an advantage where they can get over the top of the Husky guards.
And Graham, a California kid, we showed you his shot in a pregame as we came on the air. He used to play with shoulder-length hair.
Yeah.
Rides around campus on a skateboard. True California kid, but shaved it, cut it off. He's got the crew cut now and just said, just just wanted to do it. Just time to do it. No real reason. Just here he is. Into his zone now, and Pondexter, as he did in the first half, able to split it, go hard to the rack, and get 2 points against that 2-3 zone.
Moving without the basketball, being prepared to catch it, and a good job by his teammates to recognize that and find him in an area where he can get the ball and do something with it.
He's got 18 points now. Oliver trying to answer. Nice spin move inside over NBA. He does answer inside.
So that question is answered. He will score in the second half.
He's got 15 now. Meanwhile, Pondexter's got to be feeling it. He scored all 6. Make it 8. All 8 Husky points here in the second half. Look at me, says Quincy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that face. We got to get us out of that face.
Dog pack likes that, and George Nesmith gets in the face of C.J. Webster, Quincy's dad on hound. He likes what he sees. That's 20 points now. And what do you say about this, Francis?
Well, Gaddy finds him. Ball fake. Goes baseline. No help. Sticks it.
Quincy Pondexter has electrified the dog pack in the crowd here at Bank of America Arena. He's outscored the Spartans by himself so far in the second half, 8-6.
Well, we've talked about him a lot here as the Husky season has gotten started. Baseline jump shot. Thomas misses. Offensive rebound. Put back. There's 4. Now we see Gaddy in the open court. He finds him moving against the zone in that soft spot. Catches in the mid-post area there. And before that, the rim-rattling dunk that brought this crowd to its feet.
And it remains on its feet as Graham goes against Abdul Gaddy, who's checked in for Vinoy Overton. Overton again with 4 fouls. The lone dog in foul trouble. Several San Jose State Spartans in foul troubles. Oliver pivots around Pondexter baseline, doesn't get it to go. Gant, the rebound for UW.
When the San Jose State scouting report gets out there.
How did that one miss?
Yeah, how did he miss that?
How did Quincy miss a shot? But he does his first miss of the second half, and Oliver going right at Quincy and the Dogs. A lot of ball, but they call the foul on Quincy, and Oliver will look to extend, score more points for him. Speaking of points and scoring, Quincy Pondexter, 1,177, passing Stan Walker, now 23rd all-time for UW. He's got Bobby Jones and Nate Robinson in his sights.
He's got him in his sights, he does.
He's going to get him. He's going to get him before Pac-10 play.
Yeah. Well, to finish my point on Oliver, he loves to operate on the left side of the court. I bet if we had a shot chart of him, I bet you every shot he's taken has been on the left side of the court.
The righty just comfortable going left. We've certainly seen why Lorenzo Romar would recruit this guy. 16 points. Second free throw is up, and Indy's got 17, his average last year when he led the Spartan team in scoring. A wonderful talent, Adrian Oliver.
Well, if you look at the 4 guys that were in that class, Spencer Hawes is a millionaire now. Pondexter's doing his thing here. We saw Phil Nelson last week and the talent that he has. And we're seeing here with Adrian Oliver. I mean, this is a good game, a good competitive game. And right now, San Jose State is hanging in there with Washington, but he's displaying his talent as well. So it was a special recruiting class, and unfortunately, they just all didn't stay together and mesh. But all of them are having success in the different areas where they are.
We wish them all luck. Pondexter gets the easy deuce underneath. Nice pass from Holiday on the inbounds play. Pondexter just finding the seams inside and able to jump over the Spartan defenders.
Just moving well without the ball and being smart.
47-39 at the 16-minute mark here in the second half.
Oh, boy.
Oliver may or may not have called bank, but again, left side, like you were saying, he's got 19 points now.
That's a tough shot, but, man, individually, he can really do some things with the ball.
Spartans back in his zone now as Quincy Pondexter's torched them for 10 points already in the second half. He's got 22.
You see Big Webster back in the game. He was a little out of sorts. They had to take him out to settle him down.
And a jump ball as Oaks gets all ball against Pondexter inside. This time the possession arrow says Spartan, but Quincy Pondexter is going wild the second half. The Dogs keep their 6-point lead. College basketball on FSN is brought to you by Quest. Our internet customers get free Quest Wi-Fi powered by AT&T Wi-Fi. And by Better Bank. Better ideas, better banking. Quincy Pondexter and the Dogs heating up in the second half. Let's join Jen Mueller once again courtside. Jen?
Well, Brad, we're likely to see much more of Abdul Gaddy this half with Vinoy Overton in foul trouble. And this week, Lorenzo Romar said Abdul is like a fighter, feeling out his opponents for the first and second rounds. He is not known as much for his defense as Vinoy, and he's known as a distributor. Francis, does that kind of translate and spark everybody else on the team?
Oh, yeah, I think so. You always want to play with a guy that's a pass-first type guy because you know he's going to get you the ball when you're open. But as most freshmen, he's got to definitely pay attention and get better on the defensive end.
Oliver taking Holiday. Jump shot is short. Nice defense there. But Jones, the freshman there for the putback up and in. It's 47-43 game.
It's one of those games. It feels like Washington has dominated this game. It feels like it, but we got a 4-point game here.
Starting to heat up a little bit, as I mentioned, shooting 56% from the floor the second half. Spartans allowed 48% opponents' field goal shooting last year. Reason why they finished just 6 and 10 in the WAC. NBA misses that. Oaks the rebound.
Spartans can cut it to 1. It's a good call.
Jones all the way with the left, and it's going to be NBA on the block. His third, and the freshman Jones will go to the line.
And you can see San Jose's confidence growing here. Just a straight dribble handoff, and he finds a seam there. NBA's a little late, and he had a couple options there. He might have even dropped it off to Webster as the rotation for Washington was not quite there. But again, now they're getting penetration and getting into the teeth of that Husky defense.
Talked about defense in this guy, Jones, a freshman. He's got 4 points. They feel anything they can really give him, or he can give them offensively, is kind of gravy. He had 13 points in their first game against William and Jessup. His team did not lose a league game in 4 years of high school. How about that first half? Chris Jones misses both, though. As Pondexter a rebound, that is number 10, his third consecutive double-double. And he gets the ball down looking for 2 more. And he's got that. Why not 3 more? Pondexter with 12 now in the second half. He's got 24 for the game.
Well, once again, you give the Huskies team, the Husky team credit for finding him and going to him and giving him the ball in positions where he can do something with it. And he's playing with so much confidence right now, playing through fouls, just doing all of the little things that he's capable of doing. And again, confidence is just so high that he just feels like there isn't anything that he can't do right now.
Beating C.J. Webster to the spot. Webster goes to the bench with his 4th foul, and that was a miss. Pondexter, miss. He was 26 of 27. He missed that free throw, and Graham misses a reverse layup. Pondexter, who else? Another rebound, number 11 for Quincy. Right back to him. Pondexter! Oh! Thought he might be able to bring that one, flush it down over the rim, but perhaps the foul, too much of the arm. He'll be back to the line shooting 2.
Man, I tell you, he's doing it on both ends. See, this is leadership. He gets the rebound, he advances it, and just continues to run the floor. And San Jose State loses contact with him, and now he's at the line with a chance for 2 more.
Now he's started a new streak. He's missed 2 straight.
And the reason I say that that's leadership, because a lot of guys would get that rebound, and they may advance the ball up the floor, and they just may kind of stand back and see if something develops. But he just continued and got himself right back in the play after getting the rebound on the other end. I mean, just a good leadership type play and just playing basketball, playing the game the right way.
He has all 13 points for the Huskies in the second half. They lead by 7 now at 50-43. Like you were saying, though, they just can't seem to go on that big run and put away this Spartan team. Here's Oliver against Holiday. Gets it down to Oaks, and Oaks able to roll that ball in. It's now a 5-point lead.
And you saw that time, Oliver gets the ball in the paint. He has 3 people surrounding him. That's the type of attention they're paying to him, and that's what allowed Oaks to slide along the baseline there and get open, and a good job by Oliver to find him.
Oliver's 4th assist. As Brashears inside, kisses it off the glass. Good move inside. Brashears coming to play today off the Husky bench. He's got 8. That's a new career high. There's Gaddy guarding Graham. Getting it to Oliver. Slips by Holiday. Pull-up jump shot. Tough shot, short.
They're making him work. They're making him work. I mean, he's done some great individual things, but boy, he's had to earn every one of them.
Sitting back in a 2-3 zone. Get the ball to Quincy inside. Stripped by Oliver. Back to Brashears, who goes up. Can't get the first one. Gets it again. Gets the second one. So Brashears getting it done inside. He's got double digits now with 10.
He took up so much space with that crab dribble when he picked up that loose ball. He just cleared everybody out of the way.
The lead now is 9. The dog pack on their feet. You sense the dogs maybe going on one of their patented runs. Brashears with a big block, but the whistle blows. Kyle Thomas, the lefty, will be going to the line.
Well, the Huskies doing a good job of moving the ball. Brashears gets the ball there in the short corner, recognizes that there's no one there and kisses it off the glass. Here, he just picks up the loose basketball and just powers it up. But prior to that, when he had the ball in the other block, he got that ball and went up strong with it and just cleared everybody out of the way. And again, when he gets in basketball shape, it's really going to add another piece to this Husky arsenal as Quincy Pondexter leads the game to a standing ovation.
25 points, 11 rebounds, just 4 off his career high, which he set last game against Portland State. So Trent in for him. Thomas with the free throw. It's an 8-point lead. Gaddy gets it to Turner. Turner to Holiday. He lets fly from the corner. That is off. But Trent keeping it alive. But the Spartans corral it. So grab driving by Trent. Trent with a reach-in foul. And that's going to be the 17th foul on the Huskies.
We'll have to have Jen check on Quincy Pondexter as he went into the locker room when he came out of the game.
Yeah, I think he's going to be sick. Sorry. Phrase that in case anybody was snacking at home, but I think he excused himself to be sick for just a second.
Okay, just we have to be aware. See what's going on over there.
Exhausted from scoring all those points.
Well, he should be playing hard on both ends.
Oliver takes a seat for San Jose State. Mac Peterson replaces him. Now it'll be interesting to see where San Jose State goes on offense. Where do they go for their points now with Oliver on the bench?
Well, he took a 1-minute break in the first half, and I'm sure this one will be at the under 12. I bet you he's right back in the game.
Turner connects for 3. And he's on the board now with 3 points. The lead, passing double digits now, it is 11. And who will step up? Owens picks up the dribble, gets it back to Graham. Graham trying to create, getting by Gaddy. Gaddy called with the foul, team foul number 8. So Graham will be shooting 2 when we come back. And Turner gives the Huskies the 11-point lead. Welcome back, Dogs by 11. And hey, later tonight, Seahawks All Access getting you ready for Seattle's Week 11 matchup against Brett Favre and the Minnesota Vikings. We'll hear from the players and coaches as the Hawks look to bounce back from a tough loss last Sunday in Arizona. Seahawks All Access tonight at 10 on FSN. So as Graham steps onto the court to shoot a 1-and-1, take a look at, I guess, before and after. This was Justin Graham before. Yeah, it kind of looks like Sean White, the media guide picture. Sean White, the half-piper, skateboarder, snowboarder. Of course, Justin Graham skateboards around campus. He wanted to shave it off, maybe a new look, new start for the season.
Him and Dirk.
Him and Dirk
Dirk start the season with long hair.
That's right, and Justin would always hear it from the opposing team's fans, but it never fazed him. He said it never bothered him. He just decided to get it cut, not for any reason, just, you know, fresh new start. He makes 1 of 2. I'm kind of partial to the long hair.
Yeah, it has
because I can't grow that, you know. Gaddy from outside, he's off the mark, but look at Turner get a hand on it. Mac Peterson runs it down, gets it back to Graham. Maybe he's more aerodynamic now, he's quicker. Peterson, ball fake on Turner. Gets the ball to Owens. They're having trouble getting a shot off without Oliver. Owens guarded by Thomas, shot clock down to 10. Graham looks up, sees it at 5. Goes on Gaddy. Pump fake, tough shot in the lane, it's short. Thomas runs it down, good defense by the Huskies.
Turner made one earlier. Let's see if they can get him another look.
Thomas drives it. 3 of his own. That one finds nothing but iron. And Oaks with the rebound.
San Jose State has the game at the pace that they would like for it to be. I mean, this is the only way they have a chance.
Peterson drives on Turner, leaves it, a nice pass. Dish off to Thomas, who goes up and in and cuts the lead to 57-49. You see Adrian Oliver getting ready to come back in along with C.J. Webster for the Spartans. Thomas, Turner, Gaddy, the guards for the Dogs. Trent setting a pick for Thomas. Swings it to Turner, ends up with an open 3. That's who the Huskies want to shoot that shot. Just didn't go down this time.
He hasn't gotten on track yet this year, but he will.
The Shears, the nimble hands to feet. The steal up ahead to Turner. Nice hesitation, crossover dribble, and tip in by Trent.
Clarence Trent doing a nice job of running the floor, not giving up on the play.
Getting those easy baskets for Trent. His first 2 points. Excuse me, now he's got 4 points. As Oliver and Webster back in for the Spartans.
Well, that's a good move by Turner because he's not really known for taking the ball to the basket, but Trent doesn't give up on the play and just follows for the tip in.
We've seen that tip in. We've seen a couple of alley-oops from Trent already.
Yes, we have.
One in that exhibition game that people are still talking about. I thought he was throwing it to you up here.
Yeah.
He went back and got it. Very impressive. Owens goes in and out on the first. Huskies with 9 fouls. Next time Spartans will be shooting the automatic 2 in the double bonus. Thomas, quick step. Draws contact against Oliver. That'll be a foul on the Spartans 2 on the Huskies, number 2. And Thomas still trying to get on track offensively, just with the 7 points. But he can get him in a hurry.
We talked about it. He can explode. And San Jose State goes back to the 2-3 zone to try to protect some guys.
Thomas going right at Webster. Webster's got 4 fouls. If that's on Webster, that would be number 5. It is. Thomas going to CJ, and the big man is fouled out with 9 minutes to go here in this game. So Webster is gone.
Thomas gets into the paint as he always does, and he gets into Webster's chest, and he tries to just go straight up, but there was definitely contact.
Here's a guy who averaged 12 points, 6.5 rebounds last year, just 4 points, no rebounds tonight. So the big man in the middle for the Spartans, no boards, and he'll have to watch the rest of this game from the bench.
Never able to get on track tonight. 2 fouls real early in the game, had to go sit. Picked up the 3rd. I thought they'd leave him out and let him finish the half with just the 2 to try to get him into the second half, but they put him back in. He picked up that 3rd and just never really able to get going tonight.
He's not going to let the dog pack tell him what to do, not sitting down. So a 10-point lead, Isaiah Thomas extends that now. It is 11. He's got 8 points. Let's see what Webster's going to do now.
They're still, the dog pack is still waiting for him to sit down.
Yeah, they'll get him. I don't think he can stand the rest of the game. Oh, it could surprise us. Isaiah ready to shoot the second. That one is in. The lead now at 12. Webster, he's got the towel around the neck. He's drinking his water, but he is remaining.
He should have sat down when they were all being quiet for the free throw.
Yep. No, they got him. He just sat. They got him. Dog pack. Mid-season Farmers. Graham drives baseline, finds Mac Peterson in the corner. Peterson short, not really his shot. Graham with the rebound, and he'll be shooting 2. Doesn't get the 3-point play, but a chance for 2 more as Isaiah Thomas is called with the foul, his second.
Well, you have to admire the way San Jose State is scrapping. I mean, they definitely have not given up or not had any lack of effort you know, during the preseason teams scrimmage, you know, they have one or two scrimmages, typically just one. And San Jose State scrimmaged Cal and played Cal pretty tough in the scrimmage.
George Nessman saying before this game, he makes no bones about it, very honest, saying, hey, this will be the best team that we'll face all season long. So he knows it. It's a challenge for his team, but he's got to schedule these games for RPI, for rankings, to get his team better for WAC play.
This is a good test, as we mentioned, and it's been a good test for Washington too. There he goes, Turner.
That's 2 now in the second half. As he's starting to heat up, he's got 6 to lead now at 14.
Yeah, they're starting to stretch it out, but Turner hitting those 2 threes. They've been waiting on that for him, and we've talked about Suggs and Holiday and Turner kind of fighting for minutes, but that just allows them to go deeper into the rotation when they're all contributing and doing what they can do.
14 was the biggest lead of the game. It is now 12 after Graham hits the baseline jumper. It's gotta be a lot easier to shoot for him with a wrist that's not broken, and Oak sends that Pondexter shot sailing out of bounds.
Well, so it's one of the few times that Oaks has been in a position where he could come from the weak side and be that secondary defender. But, you know, again, just a nice job by Oaks to time that. And that's a situation where Pondexter should remember. Now, Turner's made a couple of shots. He was spotted up over there in the corner. So maybe see if you can draw the defense to you and kick it over to him and see if he can keep that hot hand.
Still one of the few times Spartan's been able to stop Pondexter tonight, especially here in the second half. So Turner stays out there with Gaddy, Pondexter. Oh, the lob to Quincy from Gaddy. Perfectly run, a perfect pass by the freshman.
Pass right on the money. Good set play from out of bounds.
Now it's back up to 14 points, matching the largest lead of the game. Oliver with the ball with Turner on him. Trent got a hand on that pass. Thomas goes all the way in. Lots of contact. NBA goes flying. And they're going to call it on number 11 on the Huskies. But let's go back to the previous possession.
Well, just a nice job, nice set play. Gaddy finds Pondexter behind the zone, and now he's got 27 and counting. Huskies by 14.
The Huskies have matched their largest lead of the game at 14 with 7.5 to play in this contest. And we've got another Fan Pulse question for you out there. The viewers, go ahead, get the cell phones, get ready to text us as we bring you an Apple Cup question tonight. All right, UW fans, we know you're out there. Your Apple Cup prediction is A, the Huskies dominate, B, Huskies squeak by, or C, the Huskies coug it. Text us A, B, or C, 95323. Dominate, squeak by, or coug it. 184 hours, 34 minutes to go. Coverage starts 2:30. Saturday right here on FSN, the following Saturday from Thanksgiving. Big weekend. Can you really say the Huskies couged it?
You know, I didn't want to say anything. It's not my area.
I understand your basketball expertise.
But yeah, how did the Huskies coug it? Okay.
Well, I think that we had a couple of cougs in the truck actually come up with the question. And right now, 83% saying, yeah, the Huskies going to dominate. Poor Cougs only won 1 game this year.
And our Bay Area watchers are going, huh?
Yeah.
What? What are they talking about?
They know the big game, Stanford, Cal, this is ours, Apple Cup. It's Washington State.
What are these two clowns talking about?
I think they've said that more than a few times tonight, at least in my case. All right, Turner, 3 ball from the corner. That one's short. He does have 2 already in the second half. 66-53. Is that ball still stuck up there? Who can get it? Robert Owens tries. Abdul Gaddy says, this is the way you get up. He gets a nice ovation, too. Nice leaps there by Gaddy.
That might be a bad omen for San Jose State right there.
They can't get the ball off the support. Let's go grab a broom. That's what I would have done. One of those mops under the basket. Just grab that and poke it. All right, Oliver shakes free from Turner for a second. Goes baseline, misses, but able to get the foul called on Brashears. That's his second. Matthew Bryan-Amity on the bench with 4. The Dogs now with 12 team fouls here, so Oliver's shooting anyway, though.
And Oliver's 6 for 16 from the floor. He's 7 for 9 from the free throw line. And even though he's put up twice as many shots as any other Spartan, it's not like he's been selfish. He's just been aggressive. And he's really doing what he has to do to give his team a chance to win.
And they're still in this game, down 13-7 to play. I think you see some of our Cougars in the truck probably texting right now. Texting C as well, hoping that the Huskies might be able to coug it. But right now, the Huskies dominated is the overwhelming winner right now. Peterson lines up his second one. That one is in. He's now got 20 points in his return to Bank of America Arena. This time, of course, as a visiting player. The lead is 12. Brashears, who's been a beast down low, going up against Oaks. Oaks, a nice position defense, gets the block. San Jose State was out on the break on that one. Gaddy with the, I guess it was a wise foul.
Well, no, actually, they called the foul on Graham. They said that Graham grabbed Gaddy when they were kind of going for that loose ball.
And that'll be his 4th foul. That is not a wise foul for the Spartans point guard. So Graham with 4. You got Webster with 4 already on the bench. UW looking to add to their 12-point lead. Oh, nice pass down low, Gaddy. The quick pass to Brashears, who was ready for it. That time goes up and in. He's now got a dozen.
Gaddy does a nice job of finding that seam in the zone. The Huskies have been able to pretty much do that all night.
Oliver staying just very aggressive, going by Holiday, and the scoop up and in reverse with the right hand. He's got 22.
He's skilled. He's very skilled.
Isaiah thought about a deep 3, gave it to Gaddy. Gaddy, the Pondexter inside, who's back in the game. And he'll be back going to the line. He's made a living there. He's already 7 of 9. He's got a chance, if he makes 2, to tie his career high set Sunday night against Portland State.
That's his 4th personal foul. 16 fouls.
And it's Oaks' 4th personal foul. That's the 3rd player with 4 fouls for the Spartans. But getting back to Quincy Pondexter, a chance again to equal his career high. That'll be 3 straight games he's equaled or surpassed his career high. 3 straight 20-plus games for Pondexter.
Well, it's all about confidence, and it always has been with him. But I think that the main thing with him, aside from the confidence, is that he's comfortable. He seems to be very comfortable with his role. He seems to be embracing the leadership responsibility that comes with him being the lone senior. And it's just his turn, and he's embracing it, and he's taking advantage of it. So it's not going to be like this for him every single night. But we've seen him have those nights where he didn't score, but because he has matured and he understands what the responsibility of leadership is, he does other things that gives his team a chance to win.
27 points tonight, 11 boards, 5 offensive. Our Widmer moment, Quincy Pondexter, as we check in now with Jen once again.
You guys are talking about Quincy Pondexter, and earlier this week, Lorenzo Romar was talking about him while Quincy was in the back of the room. But for as much praise as Romar was lavishing on Q, he did not respond at all. Quincy, in fact, has heard this a little bit before. Coach Romar was comparing him to Brandon Roy as far as the way that he's developed during his time at UW. And Quincy will be the first to tell you that he's no Brandon Roy yet, but he is his role model. He is somebody that he looks up to. And Francis, I bet you could probably see the same kind of progression that we saw in Brandon.
It's been very steady for Quincy, been very steady. And as we've talked about before, those last 15 games of last season, you saw it. You saw it. And you saw him. I think he benefited from being a part of the World University Games team this summer. And it's just his turn, and he has obviously put in his time in the weight room. You see his shot looks better. He's a lot more confident at the line, although he missed that one. But he's just, it's all coming together for him right now. And it has a lot to do with the hard work that he puts in, because if you were here to be able to watch him now after the game, he's going to go up in the upper gym, and he's going to get up shots after the game. And I saw him start to do that last year. And it was just a matter of him understanding this is the type of work that I have to do and the type of time that I have to put in if I want to get to the level where I think that I should be.
Sometimes it just takes a few years to players to really realize that, and he certainly realized that and got 28 points off to a fantastic start the first 4 games of his senior season.
And if he's really trying to use B. Roy as a role model.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. But even in his situation right now with Portland, because of Travis Outlaw being injured and the injuries that the Blazers have, they're playing Brandon at the 3 more than at the 2. And Brandon was saying that I'm going to have to lift after games and do other things because playing the 2 and playing the 3 is different. But the post-game workouts are the things that you see a lot of guys do.
Isaiah Thomas is now in double figures. The three-pointer gives him 12. The lead now 72, 56, 16, the largest lead of the game for the Dogs. One dribble pull-up by Oliver. Oaks keeps it alive inside, ends up with it, goes up strong over Bashirs. Doesn't get the hoop, but gets the foul. That's number 3 on Tyrese.
Well, number 1 is good that Oaks was able to get back in the game after that fall that he took earlier. But in that situation right there, it's been a physical game, physical battle for him in there all night. The Husky big guys have been leaning on him and just battling in there with him all night long. But he's continued to scrap and fight. And that time he just fought harder than the Husky players did and got that rebound. He just wanted it more.
Redshirted last year, had surgery on his shin, had surgery on his knee. You said in the open, hasn't really played a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Lorenzo Romar expects Bashirs, hopes that he's in basketball shape for the start of Pac-10 play December 31st. Certainly looking good tonight. His best game as a Husky. Again, he's got 12 points. As Oaks makes his second one, it's 72 to 58. Oaks, the Pepperdine transfer. Nice to see him back. As we see Vinoy Overton back in the game as well. The lone Husky with 4 fouls. He'll have to be careful the last 4 minutes and 45 seconds left of the game as Graham goes all the way in, a nice dish to Oaks underneath. Lots of contact, no foul, gets it back. No basket, and Quincy rebounds. That's number 12 for Pondexter.
Both of those shots, I think Oaks was looking for contact. He didn't get it, and just threw a shot off.
Isaiah made the last one, steps into that one, misses. Oh, Brashear's hustling back on defense, gets a hand on that one. Behind the back, would have saved it, except the backboard got in the way.
Absolutely, a lot of hustle. And that was what I was alluding to earlier when we talked about Quincy running the floor. I mean, these guys not giving up on the play, because if he hadn't really hustled down the floor, Oaks had done a nice job for San Jose State to run the floor for a big guy. But good job by Brashears to hustle and get into the play.
So Oliver with the ball. Gets it to Graham inside, a little strong with that shot. Pondexter, another rebound. He's got now 13 to go with those 28 points, and Isaiah Thomas attacks. Kicks out to Vinoy. Vinoy off the mark. They've not shot well from 3 now. 4 of 18 from behind the arc. As Holiday called for a little ticky-tack foul, maybe on Oliver. Oliver will be shooting 2 when we come back. 72-58 UW here at home. 4 minutes to play in this one. Washington on top, 72-58. We had over 1,500 texts and responses to our last fan post question, so let's have another one tonight. We'll throw this one out there. Which young Husky has been the most impressive tonight? Tyrese Brashears with 12, Abdul Gaddy 2 points, but a season high and career high. I know he was a freshman. 7 assists, or C. Elston Turner, a couple of threes. He's got 6 points. Text us A, B, or C. Again, 95323. We'll have some results coming up momentarily. Right now, let's go to Jen Mueller.
Well, Francis, I know from listening to the Open that you are not a superstitious guy, but I just want to throw this out to you and Brad. Tonight is the first time the Huskies are wearing the white and purple shoe combination with the white socks. So here's my question to you. Are they playing differently than what you've seen so far this season?
Oh, it's got to be the shoes, right?
Got to be the shoes. No, no, they're not. I think a lot of credit goes to particularly the backcourt of San Jose State. We said it would be a challenge, and it has been, and they've kept them in this deal. But no, I don't think they're playing any different.
Well, then I guess the big question would be, can they keep this up throughout the rest of the season and that tough schedule that we've talked about throughout the game?
Well, their style of play is going to be affected a lot by people scouting them and trying to take things away. They're going to see a lot of zone like they're seeing now because they're very difficult to stay in front of. But, you know, their depth, if it continues to develop the way that it is, it just gives them an opportunity to play that style of basketball, because if somebody's not getting it done or somebody gets in foul trouble, they just bring another person in and they just keep it going.
Almost on cue, Tyrese Brashear is going to the line to add to his 12-point total, and he's leading our fan polls question. The young Husky impressing the fans out there the most. Free throw off the mark, though. Bench points. UW just getting it done. 24 points off the bench. We know they're deep. They play a lot of bodies, and they are contributing tonight. Graham, nice dish inside to Oaks. Just some tough luck around the rim once again. And Pondexter, 14 rebounds now. And that is a career high. I thought it was 13. He tied it last Sunday against Portland State. Now 14 rebounds, a new career high for Quincy Pondexter. Thomas drives inside and he gets that one roll to go. Points haven't been too easy to come by tonight for Isaiah, but now he's got 14 and the lead back to 14. Pondexter on D. I tell you, he's got the career high in rebounds. He's one away from tying his career high in points. What a double-double that would be as Oliver hits the deck. Brashear's, courtesy of Brashear's. That'll be a foul number 4 on Tyrese.
Well, I really like Oliver's competitive spirit. I really do. I mean, you can tell, not from the standpoint of him coming back here where his collegiate career started, but, you know, it means something to him. He's competing. He wants to win. And I admire that about him. And, you know, they're going to be successful in the WAC. And they've got some pieces that they've got to put together. I don't think they'll ever have a game where they'll have so many guys in foul trouble. But as they start to gel and as they start to get more familiar with each other, San Jose State is going to give people a lot of trouble.
Brashears takes a seat. Yeah, the Spartans, you know, returned 5 of their top 6 scorers. They were 6 and 10 in the WAC, but after back-to-back 13-win seasons, George Nessman thinks this is the year they can get to that upper echelon of the WAC. Talking about Utah State, the Nevadas, the New Mexico State.
Yep, and that's after 5 wins and 6 wins the previous 2 seasons.
Right, Oaks there with the nice anticipation, the steal. Graham, well, I tell you think they have numbers, but the Huskies get back on D so well. Oliver shot off the rim. Oaks inside, gathers himself, can't get it. Oliver does get the putback to go.
And they're in there battling, and you see San Jose State with the full court pressure. And, you know, a lot of times teams that press don't like to be pressed.
On an 8-2 run, the lead is just 10. Isaiah Thomas draws the foul on the kickback. He'll be going to the line, though. Spartans over the bonus. And that is the 5th foul on.
Number 23, Robert Owens.
I'd say they fooled us a couple of times. It's a foul on Owens. Isaiah going to the line, shooting 1 and 1.
So it's that point in the game where the free throw shooting becomes important. Huskies have been much improved this year from the foul line. In the first 3 games, they were 64% last year as a team, and that's an area that they definitely need to improve upon.
Shooting nearly 80% from the line so far this year as a team, led by Thomas and Pondexter. Thomas gets those. It's a 12-point lead. Isaiah with 16 now. As Graham giving it to Owens. They just have a hard time creating shots if you're not number 2, Adrian Oliver.
Also number 2, Adrian Oliver.
And Oliver gets the foul, his 3rd. Pondexter to the line. I don't want to jinx him, but he's again 1 away from his tying the career high. Hits both. That'll be 30. That will establish a new career high. By the way, 30 is Isaiah Thomas's career high. What word would you describe Quincy Pondexter this season? What word describes Quincy? Texas 95323. Of course, be sure to include, first name, the city. We'll try to get him on the air there. Watch for your text message here on the crawl. across the bottom of our screen later in the show.
Number 33.
What words?
Peterson.
Consistent, focused, productive.
Hungry.
We've come up with a couple of good ones, I think. Giving them some help now. Texas 9-5-3-2-3. And there it is. He's got 30. The proud papa watches his son go to the bench. 30 points, 15 rebounds, both career highs. What a game for Quincy Pondexter.
Now these guys have to finish. This game is not over. A 14-point game. I mean, they have to finish the game here. I'm talking about Washington, of course.
14 points, a minute 30 to go. Vinoy, and if you're gonna foul out of the game, you don't want it to be on a little ticky-tack like that, but that will be number 5 on Vinoy. He is out, Suggs is in, Gaddy comes in as Oliver steps to the line, and he's got a chance to reach 30 with 2 more free throws.
Well, both teams will, through film, through video, I guess I should say.
Yeah, we're in the video era, yes. DVDs.
We'll have lots to take from this game to use in their sessions of, you know, areas of improvement, areas of growth. But there's certain things that both of these teams did tonight that I really like. And again, I really was impressed with the San Jose State backcourt.
Oliver with 30, the third time he's reached the 30-point mark in his young career with the Spartans. The redshirt junior, as Graham goes for the floor, gets it up to Oliver. Oliver trying to get something off against Trent. He does that. Short, tough shot again. He's had a lot of tough shots now. 8 of 21 from the field. Another Spartan turnover.
12-point game, they score there. Opportunity to get it to 9 with a 3. So as we said, you have to finish the game. I mean, it's great that they're able to get Pondexter out, get him an ovation for the night that he's had, but the other guys coming in the game, you have to finish it.
Gaddy, Suggs, Turner, Gant, and Clarence Trent trying to finish this game out for the Huskies. Backdoor play, nicely read by Robert Owens. We're now under a minute to play here. Huskies look to wrap up their 4th consecutive win to start the season. Oliver gets it back, takes it all the way himself. Doesn't get that, but follows his own miss with the rebound basket. He's got 32 points now, and timeout by the Spartans, a lead at 10. About 37 seconds left in this game.
Well, you see Oliver, and he's going to be tough to guard because he's always going to be looking to score. And we talked about the last game, 11 points and 11 rebounds. Now he's up to 32 points and 8 boards. So one of the better rebounding guards that we've seen here early in the season.
14 of 17 from the line is Adrian Oliver. 32 points, 5 shy of his career high, which came last year. 37 against Boise State, so 32, 8 boards, 9 of 23 from the floor. But when you're the main focus, the main threat for a team, you're going to get a lot of defensive attention. You're going to take some difficult shots, and he's done that tonight.
So you see San Jose State, 36.8 seconds to go, down 10, getting into a full-court pressure. Huskies have to get the basketball in and be strong with it, and they're going to foul and got to make your free throws. So they foul the freshman, see what he can do.
Justin Graham fouls out on that play. Graham finishing up with 12 points, 7 rebounds for the junior. Get some nice words there by teammate Adrian Oliver, but freshman Abdul Gaddy going to the line for the Huskies with 35 seconds to play. It's a 10-point lead. But you're right, these free throws are important down the stretch, absolutely. Gaddy yet to attempt a free throw as Graham's night is over. Gaddy now 1 for 1 from the line. Shooting 78% coming in on the young season. And that'll be it for Adrian Oliver, as George Nessman wants this crowd to maybe recognize him in the effort. 32 points tonight. Nice ovation from the fans here. Absolutely.
That's classy by the Washington fans to give him that ovation because he played an outstanding game.
Nice move by his coach to allow that to happen. There's a drive inside. Basket is made, Anthony Dixon.
Coach, you should have put me in earlier. Looking for some offense. I got it. Got it right here.
Gaddy with the ball up to Trent. This was a 10-point lead with 15 seconds to go. Spartans content with letting the clock just kind of run out on this one. No more fouls in this game. UW is going to start the season 4-0. This one's going to be a 10-point lead, but the win, excuse me. The story, Quincy Pondexter, the final 80-70. Isaiah Thomas with 16, Brashears with 12. But that man, Quincy Pondexter, career high 30, career high 15 rebounds. As the Spartans just had no answer for Q tonight.
No, they really didn't. And as he's done here consistently in these first 4 games, a variety of ways that he got his points tonight. Offensive glass, mid-range jump shots, putbacks, free throw line. Just another strong, consistent performance by the lone senior on the Husky roster.
10 made field goals, 10 made free throws. It all adds up to 30 points and 15 rebounds. You're watching College Hoops Northwest on FSN, presented by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.